Hi guys, I am Sabrina Owie with Holly Cottage Home Decor and More, and I am also an independent designer with Couture, and I am coming live from my business page to do a pillow cover. But before I do that, I just want to do a couple of things real quick. Refresh. I just want to make sure I'm in the right place. And I don't see myself. Maybe we'll take a minute. Oh look, I got a notification, I'm live. Anyways, are you guys excited it's Friday? I am. I'm super excited it's Friday. Okay, so first I just want to go ahead and I'm going to pin a comment in the comments. And this is, if you like the project that I'm doing, then go ahead and click on this link and it will take you to my chalk site, and you will magically have everything that you need to do this project in your cart. Okay, so all you have to do is click on this and you are good to go. If you are like, I just want to do that, yeah, that looks awesome, click there, check out, and you're good to go. And then you can rewatch this video for pointers or tips, or you can always reach out to me as well if you have any questions. So I'm just gonna hit enter on that. More options, share to group. Okay. Oh. Search? Nope. Hold on. Okay, so I am participating this week in a vendor event on Peace and Plenty. And so I am just going to pop this video into that group as well, if I can just find it. Let's see if I can remind myself where I'm supposed to go here. Okay. No, is that where I'm supposed to go? Yes. Okay, so I just want to do one more thing. Copy, paste. Okay, so I technically can't go live in the Peace and Plenty group for another like 3 minutes. So I'm going to sit here and chat with you guys on my business page about all the fun things about Couture and what I'm doing today, even though then I'll repeat myself. Oh, I know. I wish I could screen share this with you guys, but the club project for December has come out. So let me tell you, try and describe it to you, how freaking adorable it is. Okay, so let's just, if I go in here and just add anything to my cart here, boop. It's not showing me the image. Okay, well, the title of it is Reindeer Parking. So if that tells you anything about how adorable our club transfer is going to be for next month, you got to get on board. This month, oh, I'm going to sneeze again. Maybe not. Okay. This month, our club transfer is Autumn Sayings, and it's not Autumn Sayings. Autumn Sayings. No, it's like I don't know if this is a hit or not. Yes. Okay. Here we go. grateful, very thankful, grateful, incredibly blessed. So you guys, this is awesome, great decor for Thanksgiving, right? Right? I know, right? So if you aren't part of my club yet, you should be. It is $19.99 a month. You get a B-size transfer such as this, which is usually an on-trend, current, fabulous decor item transfer, and 3 coordinating paste packets. Now I will tell you that this month there is a shimmer. One of the colors is a shimmer, which I will be working with today as well. I'm going to be working with ink, not our paste, but I will be working with our shimmers, and you will see how beautiful they are. They're so beautiful. Okay, so that's enough about my club. I'm about to hit share to my vendor event. If you want more information about the vendor events that I do, go ahead and type vendor in the comments and I'll send you a message, and I'll make sure that you are invited to the next one that I do. This one is closing up tomorrow, but I will be doing another one on the 27th, I believe. So if you want an invitation to that, definitely let me know and I will keep you posted. Okay, let's get this shared, okay? Okay. Post. Okay, so let me just make sure that I am in there as well. Need to be in all the places at all the same time, right? Let's see here. Plus. Yep. Okay, so I am live here. Muting myself there. Okay, so if you are joining us on today's live from the Peace and Plenty event, awesome, thank you, welcome. And I'll just reintroduce myself again. I'm Sabrina Owie with Holly Cottage Home Decor and More. And today we are going to be making a lumbar pillow cover with Couture's ink. It's so much fun. So if you're in the event, definitely say hi. Shoot some stars, or not stars, hearts at me if you like the project. If you are watching from my business page specifically, thank you for watching. And if you are interested in watching more videos like this, definitely hit the like and follow button and get notified when I do go live to do other projects. Okay, you guys, so let's get started. Okay, so this home believes. Isn't it so cute? And then it has these little like, I'm totally backwards, you guys, sorry. Little bells, it's so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna be putting this using Couture's ink. Okay, it looks just like our chalk paste. Not just like our, I mean the outside, our container, 3-ounce jar of our ink. We apply it the same way. We dip our squeegee in and we squeegee it through our silk screen transfer onto our surface, and then we go from there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna turn the camera down so you guys can actually see a little bit better what I'm doing, okay? Okay, so let's do this like that a little bit. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do this and this. Okay, so now you guys are kind of looking at my lap, but that's okay. So today I'm gonna be using 2 colors, red and shimmer silver, to make this beautiful, because Santa Claus is kind of red, more than green, right? So we're just using the candy apple red ink and our shimmer silver ink today. Okay, and then I have 2 small squeegees, 1 for each one, and I'll explain why. Okay, so with the ink, we do have a couple more steps, okay? Which I did not start this step over here. So let me grab this. really quick so that I have it when I need it. Okay. It's gonna be super fast, super simple, and you guys are gonna love it. Okay, so this is just one of our transfers. The same transfer you would use for all of your ink project or for your chalk projects. The transfer isn't any different, okay? You can use our inks with any of our transfers and any of our transfers with our ink. Okay, so like a lot of our transfers, you guys are the correct way, we have these cut lines along here and here. So this particular C-size transfer, you can cut into 3 different pieces, which I'm gonna do because, just because. It'll make it easier to wash. Now, our ink, unlike our chalk, is permanent, okay? So what that means is you need to be a little bit more careful when applying it, especially when it comes to, I don't know, your clothes that you're wearing or getting it on your fingers. It's not gonna wash off as easily. So I might grab my apron here too, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so there's 3 pieces to this transfer. This home believes, the cute little bells, and then this stripe. Okay, so there's a couple of different options you can do. Oops. Grab at this. So there's a couple of different options, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, can you see me? You can see me, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this home believes kind of right in the center of this pillow cover, which is not centered in the screen, but that's okay. This home believes right there, and then I'm going to use these bells, and I'm going to place them on top, actually kind of down here. I'm going to kind of do the lines, lift it up, dry it, and then do more of lines, and then have the bells be below the believes. So it's the actual, what do you call it, image will still only be this big, if that makes sense. So yeah, okay, I'm excited. The other option that you could do is you could use this. I'll probably do this on another pillow, is use these stripes and go this way on one side, or you can go the long way, do it a couple of times that way, or you can do both. But today I'm just gonna do this home believes in our candy apple red and the bells in the silver. So let's get going here. Okay, I'm just gonna put my apron on real quick. Just out of pure extreme caution. Okay. Okay, so if you follow me and or you've been seeing my other live videos in the event, you've noticed I've put back, oops, this pen doesn't work. There we go. Nope. Let's just try this one. Back on the back of the backer sheets, because again, these transfers are reusable. Reusable 8 to 10 times. Okay, so this home believes. I'm gonna pull this off of here very gently. Very gently, because this is brand new, never been used, super sticky. Okay, so I'm kind of eyeballing this a little bit. And I'm putting it kind of right in the middle there. Okay, now, like I said, I started saying earlier, if you've been watching the videos, my live videos this week, either in the event or you follow me on my page, you'll know that usually I fuzz my transfers, okay? I didn't fuzz this. Why? Because we're putting it on a textile, okay? If we're putting it on a textile, we want it to be as sticky as possible because we don't want any bleeding. And I can already tell that even though this is so sticky, it's still having trouble kind of really getting stuck to this. So I'll show you how to kind of be extra careful when using our ink, okay? Okay. Sorry, you guys, I'm in a weird mood today. It's Friday. I'm just super stoked that it's Friday. Does anyone have any plans for the weekend that you want to talk about? Okay, so like I said, this is ink, right? So we got to do a finger check. Fingers are clean. I have nothing on them. Do my nails later. Nothing on them. Okay, for now. So to avoid bleeding, I'm going to kind of go very slowly, and I'm going to kind of press it down as I go. I'm going to kind of hold down the transfer a little bit. Okay, so this squeegee does not seem like it's the cleanest, but we'll work with it. Okay, so again, I'm going to dip it, and I'm going to grab that ink. I'm going to offload the ink like so on the teal, okay, just like so. And then I'm kind of going to hold it down with this hand, and I'm going to squeegee it through. And more with the ink than with the paste, but you definitely want to offload off and then squeegee it through. Squeegee it through. And that's really because you really want to try and focus on going just one way. Oops. And we can still put the excess back in there. I'm going to risk it and just go take all this extra off the top here. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing with the Believe. So I'm going to take this one letter at a time, really. So I'm going to just kind of offload this here. And now I want to be careful though, because I'm pretty close to the edge here. And if I get this on here, we'll have a permanent mark. So we definitely don't want to do that. Okay. So I'm just going to squeegee this through the bee. Keep it nice and, okay, I'm going to offload in the teal part in between this bee loop and squeegee it across. Okay, I feel like I'm not holding it down. I'm getting nervous. Okay. I'm usually fairly also gentle with my ink when I'm squeegeeing it across. Oops, oh no. Okay, there might be a little bit of bleeding in that L. I can tell. Oh, that rhymes. Okay. It was not my intention to rhyme. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to hold it down to keep it nice and level here. You just might have a little bit of rustic look here. I'm really hoping this isn't bleeding. It might be bleeding. Okay, hold on. Offload. Bring it through. Okay. Oh, hopefully this isn't going to be an epic fail for you guys to have watched me do this. Okay. I'm going to wipe off my fingers here. Wiping my fingers off. Like so. Okay. Okay. So another finger check. My fingers look red in this picture, but they're not. They don't have any ink on them. So now I'm going to just pull from the corner, just like I do with chalk paste. I'm going to cross my fingers. There's no bleeding. I'm going to go extra slow. And again, just like with chalk paste, if I missed a spot, I could lay it back down and I could redo it. But it looks like I'm missing a couple spots, but I'm going to keep it and just call it rustic. Oh, yay! The L did not bleed. Okay. This home believes. That's great. Okay. So now this is wet. I'm going to move that off to the side. Did I mention that our ink is permanent? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, I have, right? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this off to the side just real quick. I'm going to spritz this with water and wash it off real quick because it's more pertinent with our ink than with our chalk paste to wash this almost immediately. Okay, so I'm taking a board eraser. Actually, I'm going to take paper towel first here, and I'm just going to wipe all of that extra ink off there. Now, our red ink has pigment in it, just like a lot of our chalk pastes. A lot of our inks have, not just the red ink, but a lot of our inks have pigment in them. The teal of this transfer is going to get stained. That is okay. Okay, Oops, there we go. That is okay. That does not affect the transfer's use per se, okay? But you do want to get as much of that off of there as you can, because you don't want to get it re-wet in the future and have that come off later. So I'm just using a paper towel to kind of wipe off all that excess ink on the front side of this transfer. Okay, you can kind of see. And we kind of made an imprint here. That is okay too. Okay, so now I'm gonna spray the back side. And I'm using my fine mist sprayer that has distilled water in it. You guys, you do not need to use distilled water when cleaning your transfers. It's just what I have downstairs, okay? I have ink on my fingers and it got on my transfer. Okay, so I cannot reiterate enough. It's okay for there to be some staining on the teal part of your transfer. What you're really trying to make sure you get clean is the mesh part of these transfers, which I will show you here. Kind of see through that B. It's not a stencil, there's mesh in between there, okay? Okay, so let's see. Does this feel clean enough? No. Okay, now I'm just gonna take my board eraser. The board eraser has a little bit more oomph in getting rid of the staining. I think maybe some of it from my hands got on the transfer. Oops. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to set this aside to dry because it's clean and ready to go. Okay, I'm going to bring this back. Now this, throw all this away. Okay. Gotta do another like finger check here. I do have some right there. I'm going to use a wet wipe from over here to clean off my squeegee. Okay, if you see my squeegee here, it's all that red ink on it. Again, it's a little bit more permanent, so we want to kind of get that off of our tools as quickly as possible. What'll happen if you don't take it off of the squeegee, it will just sort of like, okay, you guys, someone might not appreciate this, but does anyone use Color Street nails? And sometimes they just sort of like you can kind of like peel them off. It's not good. You're not supposed to do that. I know that, but sometimes they just peel off after you've worn them for several days. That'll be what happens to the ink on here. Okay, when the ink dries, you'll be able to most likely just peel it off, but it might leave some staining. Okay, we're done with the red, so I'm going to close this up because again, permanent. Let's keep that stuff at bay. I am going to turn on my heat press here to temperature 325. Okay, I'm gonna dry this with my quick dry tool, and then we're gonna add the bells. But I think this looks good just like this too. Like if you wanted to stop here and just say, hey, this house believes. This looks great too. Okay. Now our ink does take a little bit longer to dry than our paste, so I'm sorry that you guys are watching ink dry here. Paint dry, basically. I promise it'll be all worth it. This is really the most pertinent area that I need to dry, is this side. And when this is dry, it's gonna still be a little sticky, tactile, but it won't rub off on your hands. And that's when you kind of know it's dry enough to heat set it. And we will talk about what that means in a little bit. Okay. And I'm doing awesome on time. are watching the replay, let me know. You can just type in hashtag replay in the comments. If you have any questions about what I'm doing or how I'm making this, definitely pop those in the comments too. I do have that pinned post at the top in the comments, and if you click on that, you will go to my chalk site, and your cart at my chalk site will be full of all the materials you need to make this project. You will have it's an ink mat, a lumbar pillow cover, the red ink, the shimmer silver ink, small squeegee. Oh, I think I threw some board erasers in there because since we are using ink, it is really, really, really important to get those transfers really, really clean. And our board erasers are a great, inexpensive way to really help extend the life of your transfers. So, our ink mats don't like heat per se, so I'm just trying to keep our quick dry tool that I'm using here it's shaped like a heat gun, but it's not a heat gun, okay? It does not give off a ton of heat. It really is just there to blow air around and dry off either the ink or the paste that we're working with. Okay. Almost done. A big chunk of ink like right here on the S. It really needs to get dry. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think we are good. Okay, so now I'm going to write back on the back of this. And I am going to do back one. I'm going to put a little, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I wrote on here, can you see that? Back one. And I'm going to just write a number 1 right here on the transfer. Not that I will not be able to distinguish this and that, these two things, but you never know, okay? Okay, I am gonna try and protect this believes a little bit more by putting that down. I do want this to start at the top of the pillowcase, I think. You know what, I'm gonna start here and see what happens. This home believes. I might have it hang from home because then it feels more intentional or something. Let's make sure I let that dry enough. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be extra, extra careful here. Here's my shimmer silver I'm using for the bells. Okay, so our shimmer silver is still going to be permanent ink. We still want to, kind of do a finger check, make sure we're not getting it on ourselves, but it is a lighter, more forgiving color, so than the red. Okay, so again, I'm gonna offload on the teal part, and then I use this edge of the squeegee to just kind of squeegee it across. Offload. See, you guys, I got really close there to that edge, the actual edge of the transfer. Okay. That's a lot. I just offloaded a lot of ink here. Our shimmers do require a little bit more finesse when applying. They just, the glitter that's in them just takes a little bit of more oomph. Kind of using my finger as some placement tape here in a way. Okay, so I kind of wish I had a detail tool to use for this next part, but I really don't have one down here right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab some more of this, and I'm gonna now do the tops. Kind of just go down. It's moving around a little bit because I want these bells to be behind. So I'm gonna do this image all the way to where I see the red lettering. I'm not gonna put the silver on top of the red lettering because it goes behind. That makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but you'll see. Hopefully I didn't just mess this up with all the moving around that I just did. Oh, see, we got a little bit of the red. We lifted up a little bit of the red. Leaves. That's so pretty. I kind of want to do like this too, like more. It's just so pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna use my squeegee here. More. Try and get that to go down. Get, okay. Boom. Hopefully I wasn't overzealous. Voila! I have a little bit of bleeding right there, which I kind of thought was going to happen. But it looks good. I like it. Got all my little ornaments and stuff. I almost feel like I need to do another one over here, but I won't because for time purposes. Okay, so again, I'm going to move this over here to dry. Move back my cleaning mat. Okay, so this is pretty much dry, and I can apply this back to the backer sheet. So what I'm going to do is find that backer sheet. A minute. Okay, so I'm flipping this back over to the sticky side of the transfer. Okay, so there are two sides to these. There's the shiny side, which is where the adhesive side sticks to, and then there's the dull side, and that's the side I write the back on. So if you don't write back on it, just remember dull goes on the back, shiny goes on the adhesive side. And I just apply this. I kind of do one corner, especially because this is a little bit bigger transfer. I just try and line up the corner. Had too much coffee today. Line up the corner all the way up and over. For the most part, that works. Okay. And voila, it is back on its backer sheet, ready to be stored. Now this, I'm going to clean real quick with this. towel. Oops, there we go. Now I did this twice, right? But so I technically used this 2 times, and I have repeatedly said our transfers are reusable 8 to 12 times. Well, I might have just used it twice, but honestly, I count this as 1 use, okay? Because I'm washing it 1 time. Man, it is really difficult to get all this shimmer off of here. Like, look at my fingers. They're just shiny. So what that's telling me is that I need to use probably a better board eraser than what I have to finish cleaning this off, because all this glitter. I didn't spray the back yet, but the board eraser was wet from being on the front side. So, okay, so I will have to work on this glitter situation a little bit later. I will take another wet wipe and wash off the squeegee and my fingers and my hands. Oops. Try to get that all taken care of. Okay. Garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Okay, so we will put the lid back on here. And that will go there, and this goes over here. Okay, so now we're going to dry the bells so that I can heat press this. Okay, so I use the Cricut heat press. You can get it at any craft store or anything like that. Or you can also use an iron. So just, if you don't have a heat press at home, don't worry. You just want to iron. If you are getting a material from a craft store that you're gonna do this on, maybe even a t-shirt or something like that, you will want to use the heat set number that it advises you for any like heat setting vinyl. If you don't know what that is because you didn't, Google is your friend. You can just look at the thread, the like information about the fabric that you're using, and Google, like just type in 100% cotton or 10% polyester, 90% spandex, or what have you, and it will tell you what, and heat set, and it will tell you what temperature your machine should be at. And then if you're using an iron, you can do whatever temperature you would iron that particular fabric at is the temperature you want your iron to be. You don't want any steam coming out. It's just going to be a dry iron. And when you're ironing, you're going to want to move it around continuously for about 7 minutes, and then it'll be heat set. And why heat setting is important is because once it's heat set, then it is potentially machine washable. If the fabric you're using is also machine washable, then so is your design. So whatever washing settings your fabric has is going to be your new wash settings for this project. If you guys have questions about that, you can definitely shoot me a message and I can walk you through that too. Wow, this shimmer silver, I don't know if you guys can see, it just sort of looks gray in the camera, but it is super shimmery. It's beautiful. When I get this off the here, I will show you. No, not quite. Okay, that should be good. So I have my heat press over here off to the side, ready to go. But I'm gonna you need to take this out. So this is our 18 by 18 mat, and we also have an 18 by 18, oh, what is it called? Pillow cover that this fits almost perfectly in. I had to cut a little, I don't know if you can see that, little slits there to kind of get it through where the zipper part is. And I used to have this lumbar, I still have the lumbar ink mat, but I've cut it into little pieces to go into smaller projects like onesies and things like that. So it's not exactly, it's just as easy to use the other one. I just realized I need two more things. You will need your heat mat. So if you're using an iron, your ironing board is your heat mat. If you're using a heat press, it comes with a heat mat, and that's what you'll use. And then you also want to just protect it with some parchment paper. Let's see if I can get this over here. Okay. So I'm just going to press it down, and I'm going to hit my button to hold it for 30 seconds right here. And so the reason I don't have to be moving my heat press around is these guys have a continuous solid heat throughout this whole press area, whereas with an iron it varies where the heat is and what the temperature is on the iron. So you want to be continuously moving it around while you're ironing, but with a heat press you do not need to do that. Okay, and then I'm just going to do this again over here because we didn't quite get all the way over here. And these heat presses come in multiple sizes. So this is like the medium size. There's also a smaller version of this too. When I'm doing like a onesie or something, it's very like a little too big. It's a little more than I need. Okay. And then I'm also going to do the back side of this. So I'm going to turn this inside out. So the ink mat ensures that there's no bleeding through to the other side of the pillow cover, but also creates a more adhesive connection to the fabric, so it doesn't, you know, wiggle around too much. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in here. That's there. I'm just gonna do this just the one time here. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys like the pillow cover? Would you put this pillow cover in your home during the holidays? Let me know in the comments. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna do one more thing here. Just gonna do this, flip you guys this way. Hi again, it's me. And then I will get rid of this parchment paper and my heat mat. Although I want to be careful where I put this because I don't want to put it somewhere where it's going to be sensitive, because it absorbs some of that heat, and it's just, you don't want all that heat on your transfers and things, because that could melt your transfers. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this around. The other thing you can do with these pillow covers is you can dye them because they just sort of come this neutral color. But if you grab some grit dye or something like that, then you can dye them. People have dyed them with our ink. I have not done that yet. Yeah, now this is good to go. So now you have a lumbar pillow cover. It says this home believes. Oh, let me show you up close and personal. Boop, boop, this way. Look at how, can you see that? Yeah. Shimmery, shiny those bells are. So pretty. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off so I don't forget. But thank you for joining me today and letting me show you about some of the ink products that Couture has to offer. We definitely are known for our chalk paste and our transfers, but we do have ink products that we can use with those same transfers, and they can go on textiles and become permanent. You can put them on coffee mugs and heat set them in the oven, and you can run them through the dishwasher. I would still recommend hand washing them if it's something super special to you. Some dishwashers are just more powerful than others, I guess. I don't know. What else can you put ink on? Oh, pretty much anything you can put chalk on, you can put ink on too. But the ink is going to be permanent. So just keep that in mind. Okay, and if you're ready for holiday decor items or inspiration or anything like that, like, don't forget to like and follow this page, Holly Cottage Handmade Home Decor and More, and we're going to be doing lots of holiday decor starting now. So get excited because I am. Okay, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.